Hey guys, what's good and welcome back to the Shuffle Circle. Tyler here, aka B-Girl Dern, and today I'm going to be breaking down for you guys the difference between T-stepping like a shaper versus T-stepping like a shuffler. After giving lessons for a while now, I noticed that this is the one thing that I really try to work on with people as soon as they come to me saying that they want to make the cross from shapes to shuffling. Now, if you need to learn the T-step or the running man, we have tutorials for those on our mini tutorials page. But if that is you and you are familiar with running manning and T-stepping already in the form of cutting shapes and you're looking to kind of figure out how to change it to look more like shuffling, this tutorial is definitely going to be for you. So what I'm basically going to do is point out some of the characteristics of a shaper T-step and how those translate over to a shuffler's T-step, so you can see some clear-cut differences and then perform them both fully and respectfully however you choose. So first off, I want to say that true shapers that are not hybrids of any form don't even really use the T-step. It's just maybe this one to the back because that falls in well with their running man again. Their, Charleston and stuff. It sets them up to do moves like this again. But that hybrid T-step is one that I find a lot of my students these days really asking me, how do I transition from that hybrid T-step to a shuffler's T-step? So the knees. Hybrid shufflers these days are doing this low to the ground, first of all, and then knees in and knees open kind of T-step. Still pigeon-toed on the and ankle to ankle on the counts though. Shuffler's knees are going to remain facing forward and the flow is very up and down as opposed to being any sort of side to side. In my opinion though, this keeps universal transition point close, which makes all your transitions clean. 90-degree bend is transition point, so if I'm returning there in every T-step and in every running man, my transitions between moves are going to look really solid as opposed to if my universal transition point is somewhere down here. So in my opinion, another thing that a lot of shapers do with their T-step is keep it primarily on the toe. Shufflers will give you a lot more heel. So with that being said, you're also, when you change your transition point from down here to up here, able to experiment with how open you want this angle to be. This is another thing I'm always telling my students to do, is open that universal transition point up to a full 90 degrees right here. When your transition point's down here, it takes a lot more time and effort to get to running mans from there, as opposed to if you're always here, running mans are right beneath you and T-steps are right beneath you. Or you can make them even more powerful by opening that angle up even more. That's not possible for shapers when they're all down here. So the final thing you can talk about that clearly differentiates the shaper T versus the shuffler T is the use of intentional patterns. You'll find shapers sort of T-stepping in any amount on either side with no pattern really displayed, whereas shufflers you'll find rocking, which means an even amount of T-steps with one running man to switch. So again, you have your T-stepping for shapers, and then you have rocking. The same idea, but we're doing it in an even amount on each side. This time I was doing a two-step rock with two T-steps, but still one running man. Again, knees facing forward and a heel-driven flow. So again, just to recap, kind of bring it all around. When you're analyzing what you want to do with your T-step, if you want to do that shaper route or that hybrid route, you're doing knees to knees and low T-steps on the toe in any amount on either side, doesn't matter. And then when you try to bring it around to shuffling, we take that from here to here and it becomes a heel-driven flow when you're in the front primarily. And then you do an even amount on each side with one running man to switch if you're trying to rock, since that's primarily what shufflers do with our T-step. So once you have these T-steps figured out, if you find yourself wanting to use both and perform both styles respectfully, that also brings more potential versatility to your flow, as you can increase the complexity of your freestyles more steadily as opposed to hitting big tricks right away. You can just show a bunch of versatility within your T-step for a good amount of time before you even get to stuff like that. So yeah, friends, I hope this helps those who are looking to try to figure out how to bring some variation to their T-step, or how to make that transition from shaper T-stepping to shuffler T-stepping, since T-stepping is a lot more crucial to shuffling than it is to shaping. It's a really important part of learning the flow. If this is your first time to theshufflecircle.com, guys, don't forget to become a member of our website via the members tab up top, so you can receive email notification anytime we drop new content, like this blog post containing a choreo or mini tutorials, which we always have in the works, and those are always free for 24 hours, or new merch or tickets to events like our series coming up in Texas. Bridget and I are so excited. We're a couple weeks away from 2 more workshops in her home state. Tickets for those can be found on the homepage of our website, but for those of you that are new, don't forget to let us get your email so that we can keep you in the inner circle. If you end up using this tutorial, don't forget to add the Shuffle Circle so we can enjoy your progress alongside you guys. Happy New Year. I hope everyone's having a great one. One love.